Hey everyone, it's Tim again here, and I'm just gonna be talking about something that I've been talking about a lot lately that honestly I'm tired of talking about, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are tired of hearing about, but at the same time, it shows up a lot, especially with recent events. It's the rising of anti Semitism in Christian belief. A lot of people now are trying to use the Israeli soldier smashing a statue of Jesus to try to explain that Jews are no longer chosen by God and they're a synagogue of Satan. And yes, I am using that phrase for a reason, because everyone's blaming the Jews for what one person did, but have you noticed that everyone's been silent about that Christian who literally spray painted the words synagogue of Satan across the Jewish star out in Florida? Yeah, it was in one of their synagogues that they did that. I mean, if we're gonna put every Jew on what one Israeli soldier did, then we should probably pin every Christian on what one Christian did, shouldn't we? That doesn't really seem so accurate anymore now, does it? But at the same time, a lot of churches now are claiming, hey, we're Christians. We should not be doing any Jewish traditions at all. No Seders, no Hanukkah, no nothing. Okay, when are you going to stop doing communion? Every single time you do communion, what you're remembering is a Passover Seder. The Last Supper that Jesus had, it specifically mentions that he brought his entire family, his 12 disciples, his family at the time together, and they specifically said they were going to have one last supper for Passover because Passover was coming. What's a Passover supper called? Come on, starts with an S, you know it. But not only that, in a Jewish Seder, after everyone's done eating, the bread is taken and it's broken. Piece of the bread is taken and hidden. Everyone drinks the wine. There's a few lines being written and the bread is brought back. What's the last thing Jesus did in the Last Supper? I mean, it's mentioned every single time we do communion. And then he took the bread and broke it, saying, "This is my body broken for you." He then took the cup and said, "Take and drink, for this is my blood poured out for you." It's literally the Jewish tradition that you're remembering every single time you do communion. You do realize it is not possible to separate the Christian belief from Judaism. Without Judaism, there is no Christianity. Jesus and his 12 disciples were in fact Jewish. No, they weren't Palestinian. No, they weren't Christians. Christianity wasn't the thing until the Church of Antioch. That's when the first time the word Christian is mentioned. But a lot of times we seem to think that, especially with the replacement theology heresy spreading around, that Jesus turned his back on his chosen, even though he specifically said, "I will never turn on Israel." And as Christians, we need to either believe the whole Bible or we believe none of it. And like I said, every time you pray to Jesus or you pray to God in Jesus' name, you're praying to a Jew. Just something to think about. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.